Welcome to the channel rather dubiously called Rufioh. I'm the best Yu-Gi-Oh tuber in my street, a very average player who uses this platform to trick you into thinking I'm good at and capable of playing Yu-Gi-Oh on any kind of level at all. Before we get started, why don't you hit subscribe for me, even if it's not because you secretly enjoy bad content, but because you pity me. I need every bit of help I can get. Hi guys, this is Joe here from Rufioh, bringing you a new combo video for the whole Yazi Mare Mare package. Now, most of you will probably already know what this does by now, but essentially I just wanted to make this video for anyone who's a little bit unsure. I know I certainly was when I first came to play it, but essentially these two will get you into seeing Borrelsword. That's usually the kind of play we're going to go for, but occasionally you can make Appaloosa as well. So for example, if you're going first and you find yourself in a weird situation, you can end on this if you're forced to go first, and the only way you can make a play really is to go into this. But 99% of the time you're going to be going into Borrelsword. So I'm going to guide you through the plays, the most common plays, how we get there. It's a really, really simple combo, but it's insanely effective. A lot of the time, if you can resolve this and your opponent can't stop it, you're going to be able to kill them with Borrelsword. So yeah, we'll get stuck into the combo now. Okay, so just quickly before we get started, this is essentially what you're going to need for the combo. A way to establish Destrudo, a copy of Mare Mare in your deck, which will inevitably be in your opening hand because that's life. For what it's worth, you can just tribute for it if you get really desperate. But for the full combo, you're going to need these in your extra deck and then whatever your end target will be. So usually it's going to be Borrelsword as mentioned earlier. However, if you're fortunate enough to own a copy of Appaloosa, then that's also a good option to have to go into in pretty much any extra deck anyway, providing you can make it, and you certainly can with this combo. The way to get to it at the end is exactly the same, so you just choose whichever one you prefer to end on. But these are like mandatory. You can swap this out for Nightmare Cerberus. I'm sure there's other options as well, but Nightmare Phoenix is probably the best option because it's got the most utility outside of the combo as well if you need it. And has other lines of play and that kind of thing. So just to give you a quick rundown, this is what you would need for your combo. Okay, so we're going to run through the combo real quick. Just a first note, obviously don't have mixed sleeves on your deck in a real tournament. The judge will kick your head in. Yeah, it just won't end well, but just for the sake of demonstration, but also because I'm too lazy to re-sleeve all of these cards, so we'll get stuck in. So I've picked the perfect proponent for this, but all you actually need essentially is any way to summon Destrudo from hand or grave, which means you have to have a non-tuner level 6 or below monster on the field. So we'll start with the perfect card for this. It's going to be Armageddon Knight. So obviously this is at 1, so you're not always going to open this, but there are dozens of ways to do this. And then depending on where you want Destrudo, depends on how you're going to do it. So you would start off by summoning the Armageddon Knight and send Destrudo to the grave. Alternatively, you could have any card on the field and then Destrudo in hand. Either way, you can special summon it from either place by paying half your life points. It won't matter because you're going to usually win from here anyway. So we'll assume it's in the grave, so we'll summon it to the field. And then at this stage, you're going to make Yazi. So, no, sorry, those should probably go to the grave. It's worth noting that Destrudo does go on the bottom of your deck again. So we make Yazi. So Yazi will come out now. Yazi's effect will target itself and one monster your opponent controls. It's important to note your opponent has to have a card in the field to be able to do the combo, so yeah, just make sure they do. So Yazi will pop itself and their card, and then Yazi, while it's in the grave, its effect will go off and attempt to summon Mare Mare from deck. So at this stage, you'll have Mare Mare on the field. Basically, what this can do is up to 3 times per turn, sorry, up to thrice per turn, it can summon tokens to the field. And these are all level 1, which is really crazy. So we're going to go ahead and activate that effect thrice. You must say thrice again, otherwise I'm going to shark you with the judge. So you summon your 3 tokens, which are not actually tokens, are kind of shitholes for another video, but there you go. So you get out your Mare Mare, you get your tokens, and then this part is actually really, really simple. You just need to remember what to do. So we're going to go ahead and link one of these off into Linkaribo. We're then going to use Linkaribo and another token. In this case, a different Shadow. I'll just throw it across the table to make our Nightmare. And then Linkaribo in the grave can activate its effect to replace the current token on the field because it's level 1 with itself. And then from here, you can just link these all off into your Borrelsword. And then that's essentially it. So that's your line of play for that. And then, of course, your other option is going to Appaloosa with 3 negates. You could also make Blackluster Soldier if you have access to that in the extra deck and make it untargetable, because Mare Mare's level will allow it to do so. But that's basically it. That's essentially the combo. It's really, really straightforward. Yeah, and that's pretty much the height of it. So hopefully this has helped you guys if you aren't already aware of how to do the combo. It's really, really simple. With the reprints and that kind of thing, it's a little bit cheaper to get hold of now as well. And like I say, it's kind of a win button if your opponent doesn't stop it and they can't resolve it. A lot less people are playing Ash now, which would be the main way that you'd normally lose the combo going through. So anyway, guys, hopefully that's helped you. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the garbage content I put together for you enough to hit subscribe and maybe even drop a thumbs up and a comment. Before you go, be sure to check out the links in the description to help support the people who are making this channel a possibility. Thanks again for checking in, and I'll see you in the next one.